this video, we're going to do an exercise called the supine leg circle. Now I'm going to show you two different options of this exercise. The first option will be slightly easier, the second option will be slightly more difficult. So watch the video through to the end, decide which option will suit you best for today, and then do all of your repetitions in your chosen option. So I'm going to show you 4 repetitions of option 1 and 4 repetitions of option 2 today. When you come to do the exercise for yourself, you could do anything between about 4 and 10 repetitions, and remember that we'll need to swap legs afterwards. So whatever you're doing, just make sure you go to the other side, rewind the video if you need to remind you of what to do. So let's come down to the mat and get started.
So we're coming to lie down on our backs with or without our prop, depending on what our preference is. But whatever we do, our shoulder blades are back and down. We have a neutral spine. Our ankles and knees are positioned hip distance apart, and our legs are at 90 degrees. For option 1, we're going to raise one leg into the sky, maintain that 90-degree angle on the leg, and start with the knee above the hip. So we are circling the leg on the out breath, inhaling and holding at the top, and then we exhale to reverse the direction of the circle, and we inhale at the top, and that is 1 repetition. So as you're exhaling and drawing the circle, we want to be engaging the core and pelvic floor, so drawing the belly button down, drawing the pelvic floor muscles in towards that belly button or that rib cage, and the aim here is to keep our body perfectly still, even though we're trying to make the biggest circles we can comfortably manage with our leg. So maybe imagine a little glass of water balanced on your stomach here that you're trying not to spill, another one maybe in between your chest that you're also trying not to spill, and just focus on keeping those core muscles nice and firm there. You want to make that circle with the hip as large as you possibly can without feeling the hips wiggle around. That's why I'm keeping my hands on my pelvic bones there. So we're getting great mobility through our hip joints here, strengthening the fronts of our thighs, our quad muscles, and also strengthening our deep abdominal muscles. And now into the second option. Exactly the same movement, exactly the same breathing, but this time the leg is straight, and if you can, point those toes up towards the ceiling. Now that we've lengthened out the leg, this is going to make you feel a lot less stable, so those core muscles are going to have to work a little bit harder now to keep the body really nice and still. And keep checking in that you're not hunching with the shoulders. As you start to get tired during an exercise, you can start to take the tension in your upper body, so try to think of having a long, delicate neck, shoulder blades pushed back and down, and focus on moving that leg from the hip joint. So great mobility for the hips, great strengthening for the legs and for the core, and as always we're thinking about those core and pelvic floor muscles, so a nice bit of pelvic floor training. Now remember, you will need to go and do the other leg. I'm just showing you one leg for the purposes of giving you option 1 and option 2, but remember, however many repetitions you choose to do on one leg, you then need to do exactly the same on the other side. Okay, so still maintaining our neutral spine for this position, and then we're ready to change over.